time to play with balls. Balls. Alright, let's see. Let's just get started since it's already... I feel like I get started later every day. We are going to continue playing with the physics of our ball. So, let's open up our hoops level. Now, our biggest problem is that let's open up our basketball BP basketball. Where is it? Open. All right. Now, our biggest problem about this game now is this ball needs to be more meteor-like. So what we did last episode was we made it so this ball has more of an arc, like you're throwing it. And this one not only is faster, but it automatically aims directly to the net. But it's still not like enough of an advantage. Like I would almost want that ball to always go in, or at least 95% of the chance make a basket. So one thought I had is that I could try to improve the bounciness. Right now, the bounciness I have it set to none, but that's clearly a lie since it's bouncing an awful lot. But what I picture happening is the ball like hitting the backboard and just dropping straight down, almost like if it was like a cannonball. It wouldn't really bounce. I ran out of time yesterday, but a couple ideas were changing the density of the ball, but not like I don't want to affect the throwingness of it, like the aim. So let's just play around with it and see what we can do. Let's open up our meteor ball as well. And we want to open up the physics material that we attach to it, this meteor ball physics material. Okay, so we played with this density. We set it to like an absurd number, and it didn't really affect much. And the bounciness right now is set all the way down, but it's still bouncy. And the last thing I tried was changing the bounciness of the cabinet. But I just don't like that either because, like, well, I'm going to change the physics material. I guess I could change the physics material whenever a meteor ball is flicked. Like, that could be one of the side effects of flicking it. But then I'd have the material of the cabinet switching back and forth between bouncy and not bouncy. It feels kind of hacky. But maybe that's how you do it. Maybe I don't I don't know what the interaction is between two physics materials. Like, what if I have a bouncy going against a non-bouncy? Do they cancel out? Like, I don't know how Unreal handles that. I could look it up, or I could just try it, and I'm just gonna do that because why not? And it's easy. So we need to open up our cabinet, base cabinet. All right. So our base cabinet, right, that's right. Our base cabinet doesn't actually have a cabinet. It just has the components like a trigger, a net, where to a look at sphere, where we can look at a spawn volume. So this is all like the really basic stuff. We want an actual cabinet. So let's open up the two guys, one ball class, and each part should have its own physics material. So here's what I'm looking for is the back. Right, here's the back of the cabinet. It has no physics override. So let's set this to meteor ball. What if we just, that's an easy fix if this works. What if we set the back to have the same non-bounciness and everything as the meteor ball itself? Let's see what happens. We gotta hit the backboard to see it work. And I still have it. Uh, it didn't bounce a lot. Huh. It isn't bouncing, but it's still not super easy to get in. I don't mind it. I mean, I don't know. I do like it. I do like it. I don't want it to be 100% to get it in, and I don't want it to be the same hardness to get in. Okay. I think I like it. Let me just, as to finish my experiment off, let me make sure that that did something. So let's take this meteor ball material and clear it. Let's clear that, and let's try to see if we can see a difference. I don't. I think it is bouncier. Why can't I pick these balls up anymore? Okay, that was weird. Um, Another thing I might want to tweak is I don't want the ability to throw it really light. Like, watch. See, that was too light. I think I need a better floor on that. So let's go to a meteor ball and my multiply impulse. I think what I want is I want these to have some kind of floor. Like I don't and not all of these. Maybe I want this forward vector. Nope, because this is normalized. Okay, so I don't know. Okay, I have an idea. I want to inspect this and see what numbers are coming out. So let's print string. And what I want is I want to see what this prints out. So 47,000, 49,000, and 5,000. Now, if I do it really light, up, 4,000, 3,000. 5,000. I don't think that's it. So we got 3,000 in the X, 24,000 in the X. I'm thinking that's what we're looking at here. 1,000. So now let's see. Oh, but a good X's. Is that 3? 49,000. So what if we make the. Let's take this and split it. And let's make sure that no matter what, the X has a minimum of like 45,000. So we want to take the max of that, or 45,000. Let's just see what this does. That's right. This is incorrect. What I want to do is make vector, and this is Y. This is the new X. This is the new Z. And I want to print that. And I also want this to be the new impulse. So let's compile. And let's see what it does. Whoa. Nope. I think that's too fast. Oh. 450,000. 45. That was the wrong number. But I think that was the right axis. So let's see. So it can be fast. It can be faster. But it also can't be slower than that. I think that's what I want. All right, cool. So I'm happy with that for now. A couple more things that I'd want to do to that. I need a better sound, or I don't have any sound. I need to have like some kind of throw sound, which we can look for. Maybe a particle effect, like an explosion when I throw it, like maybe. I don't need to do that. I also need the ball to be a one-use ball. I want to be able to throw it, and then after it was determined if it was a shot or not, have it disappear. So maybe what we'll have is a function called like recall ball, which makes the ball like dissolve and float up. That's what I'm gonna do. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have the ball dissolve away and float up after after the game determines the ball was either a shot or a miss. Okay, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna do that next. In fact, I'll look for a sound another time. Um, or maybe I want to put a sound in like a. It would be cool. All right, two things I want to do. I want to make the ball disappear and dissolve, and I want to make the ball have a unique sound when I flick it. So we're already here. We're at the apply flick. So calculate position, multiply impulse. We do not need to print the string anymore. Um, so maybe in the middle of this, or after it applies the flick to the ball, play its sounds. Let's just do that. So what we want is um, play sound. So let's see. Let's play a 2D sound. And let's see. Maybe this what I'm thinking is this just for now. We'll try that and see what it feels like. Like a gunshot. Definitely need to be a different sound, but hmm. Yeah, I definitely want a sound. I still don't know if it feels awesome enough throwing it. Okay, now we need the ball to disappear once it's thrown. So let's go and find where that's going to happen. The basketball itself should have a mark ball as scored. Was the shot a miss? So this is the logic. Now this turned out to be harder than I thought because um, in order to check to make sure that a ball missed, um, you need to determine that the ball is done having the chance to make a shot. You know, like if I throw the ball, it didn't go in yet, but it didn't go in yet, but I can't say it missed yet. When can I determine it missed? Um and the kind of sneaky way that I did it, which I guess could result in some bugs, weird ones, um, would if the ball ever dips below the center of the rim, it's guaranteed to not be able to be a hit unless it hits the ground and then bounces up and then goes back in, which is pretty exceedingly rare that that would happen. Um, but basically, after the ball, I trace to see when the ball hits the height of the rim, and as soon as the ball hits the height, I start checking to see if it's a miss. And if it dips below, then I say, hey, it's a miss. So let's see. So this happens on a loop every like 0.5 milliseconds. Um, and I have a flag that checks to see if the ball is thrown. Once you flick a ball, the shot is in progress and it starts looking. Um, if it is in progress, it gets the height of the ball and check to see if it started coming down from the max height at its apex, right? So it's at the top of the parabola and it's about to come down. Then, if the ball goes lower than the net and there was no score detected, then I stop checking and I mark it as um, end of the streak. If the ball is lower and it did score, all right, that means that we made the score. I guess I could just, yeah. Then it stops checking, but it doesn't end the streak. So it keeps it going, but it doesn't start checking for the next until I grab and throw. And that's how I measure the streaks and reset the counter when I miss. So what I want to do is at the end of a streak, I don't care if it's a streak or not. If it's a meteor ball, it's got to disappear as soon as it's lower than the net, whether it's scored or not. If ball is lower than the net and did not score. Here. So we do, okay. So when it's coming back down from its apex, if it ever flips on to scored, if it flips onto scored, so it either stops checking, and down here it stops checking. So what I want here is, right, whenever I stop checking. So what I want is this and this both to go into it. So, all right. So I want a new, is there any other way out of this? See, what I want to do is I want the meteor ball to hook into this. And so here we say end streak. What I want to do is maybe call a function here and call it on stop check. On stop check for a miss. And by default, it's not going to do anything. Now, both of these feed into there. On stop check for a miss. Now, both will do this, but only the meteor ball will recall the ball. So what we're going to do is add a new function called recall ball. And we are going to override our on stop. Why isn't it showing up? On stop check for a miss. Compile this. On stop check for a miss. No results. Why can't I override it? Basketball BP. Here's a function on stop check for a miss. We're see up here that we have inherited from basketball. So I feel like it should be in here, and I don't know why it's not. Oh, here it is. What? I swear. Okay, I don't know what that was. But here we want to override on stop check for a miss. Boring. No, no, the game's not boring. It's fun. It'll be fun. It'll be a lot of fun. There's a lot more to it than just throwing the ball in. And it's fun to learn. And you got to start small. You got to start with a small game to make sure that you can work out all the kinks before you go into the big game. So how do we stop checking for a miss? All right, this is where we're going to call recall ball. All right. Now we want to see. All right, so at this point, we want to kill the ball and make it disappear. Let's see. So I'm gonna say that probably on the next stream, what we're gonna do is have the particle effect and make the ball dissolve. But for now, we can just make it go away. Um, let's see. So the simple thing first would just to make it go away. Let's see how we can do that. Destroy component. Nope, I want to destroy everything. Destroy actor. Let's just see if it actually does that. All right, it did. When it's a miss, it disappears. Uh, okay. Uh, but yeah, now I can't use them again, which is the main point. Come on. Okay. It's too hard with my mouse. Okay. Now, let's see. We don't want to just do this. That's terrible. What we want to do is create a particle effect. So let's find in our geometry, our basketball, our particle effects. Now, what I want to make is a new directory. Um, this will be recall. Recall. No, that's what it is, but it's really going to be a um, recall dissolve. So we're going to create a new system, empty system. recall, dissolve, Niagara system. And we're going to make a new emitter. And I don't know which one it'll mostly be like. Oh, no. Um, I don't think it matters at all, really. Let's go with a fountain. That one always seems good. Let's create this new emitter. Call it. Um, let's call it dissolved emitter. All right. Let's see. 10:08. I don't know if I have enough time to do this as well. Yes. Shack. Um, maybe we can get it started just so we can get an idea of what kind of particle effect I want to do here. So we want to get rid of the sprite render because we don't want to be rendering any sprites. But we do want instead a mesh render. Um, yeah. We want a mesh render, and our particle mesh will be the basketball static mesh. Okay. Right. All of this is wrong. Um, why do I have that ugly seam in this ball? I really hate that. Meteor ball. I don't have that mesh. So what I want, oh, that's right. Because this is just, I don't know. Here's my ball mesh. I do want to override this material. And I want the meteor ball material. Meteor mat. Why do I have two? Ah, this is our newest one. There we go. That's what I wanted. Um, you know, so far that's what I wanted. That's still not good. So we need to not have 100 million. Okay, our spawn rate is going to be lower. We're going to have one. We have one. And we, no, what I'm thinking is, am I going to have like it keep repeating? What I want to do is actually, I don't know. I want part, do I want this ball to be made up of little tiny dots that like dissolve away? Or do I want to have, I don't know yet. I'm just gonna play with it. Let's get rid of the velocity. And also let's get rid of the gravity. Okay. So here is new Niagara emitter. Didn't I call it something else? Yeah, dissolve EM, whatever. Um, now, how long should it take to dissolve? 1 second? Good. 1 second? One, one, 1 second's good. We can play with that later. But we have no max loops, no delay, a duration 1 second with one spawn every second. So that's our update. Life cycle, spawn rate. Am I missing something? Why is this thing so long? Where'd my ball go? Hmm. This is confusing. Where'd my ball go? I must have hit something. Okay. Not sure what I did there. No gravity. Balls fly up forever. No velocity. Sphere location. I want it to never spawn in a different spot. Right. So the radius is 0. Right from the origin. Perfect. Um Initialize particle. Update. 1 second. Okay. Timeline. So this is 0 to, where am I setting that? -1. What if this was just 0 and this is 1? Okay, 0 to 1. Maybe it's 0 to -1. Wait a minute. Wow, how do I get this? Just, really? Why is it not visible at 0? Let's see. Spawn. It spawns. I want it to stay up. Um, Maybe that's just fine. Maybe that's fine. Um, Meteor, Matte. So what I want next. Now, how do I do this? I know I've seen it done before. Um, how am I going to do this? Sprite, ribbon, mesh, light. Nope. Um, hmm. I'm trying to think of how instead of having one big ball, I want to have like 1,000 balls that form the shape of a ball. It's basically what I'm trying to do. Um, so first of all, we need, all right, we have 100 balls. Let's start with 100. And where are they going to be placed? We want them placed on the surface of this ball. So the sphere location is going to be the size of the ball. So if we say 100, okay, and the size of the ball, let's say size is going to be 0.1 of the actual ball. And we need more than 100. Oh, and we want it to not be anywhere in between the ball. So, um, sphere location. Right. Now, how do I get this so the balls are only on the outside? I want all the balls to be a uniform distance away. Um, cone sphere intersection. Mm, um, rotate vector. Distance based. Creates a vector 3 curve indexed by emitter. I don't know. Um, hmm. Maybe there's a maybe there is like a function here like static mesh location. Initialize mesh reproduction sprite. Um, Let's see. Mesh. Source. Okay, default mesh. Section filter. What if we give it some more? Let's give it 1,000 balls. Just all right. So we have 1,000 balls. Um, maybe they should be 0.05. 0.05. Okay. So now I have, but I still want them only around the edges. Do we need this? Calculate mass by size. Maybe. I don't know. Sample. Static mesh. Cool. That's what I want. But it looks like it's not just hitting the surface. What did I just do? Hmm. There's a single ball now. Sphere location. $100. What if I used a different thing, like the cabinet? So it doesn't do anything. Source. Hmm. So this isn't really doing what I thought it was. Um, I was tricked because this was just doing it. What I want is to pick a random spot. Let's see, spray mesh change the size, whatever. Okay. I don't want a random location. What I want is material random. No. Location. Static mesh location. All right, so I give it the mesh. Need to give it something. Oh, the ball should work. Oh, whatever. So we give it a mesh. Hey, that worked. I think that worked. Let's use a different. Let's use the back of the cabinet. No. Oh, no, didn't work. Why does that work? Let's give it something else. The barrier. Fix the data linked. Why did that not work? Barrier cabinet. I just don't understand why it's not working. The ball. Why does the ball work? I mean, I don't really care. I mean, I kind of care because it confuses me. But, um, but I like that we have this ball made up of balls. And I think I even want to not have balls. I just, wait, that sounds weird. Um, what I want to show up doesn't necessarily have to be a basketball. I want it to be like a particle of light. I wonder if that would work. Can I render light render? Light render radius. I don't know. I'm not going to have enough time. But sample static mesh, initialize particle. So I need a particle. I can't just initialize. Initialize light. No, I'm gonna need that eventually, like a light render to make it look all cool. Um, but new render. I do want a mesh render, right? Sprite work. Um, what if I gave it a 7 segment? Weird. Oh, cool. These are all my digits. That is pretty cool. Uh, oh, it's so cool. God. All right. I'm not gonna have that happen, but it's cool to. That's what I want. I want a sprite render, and then I want these to like glow. Color add. Whoa, it's glowing. It's glowing, which is cool. And I don't radius scale. I don't know what I'm doing to it. Maybe I can have them glow. Whatever. Woo. Gosh, that's cool. So what I want the ball to like do that, and then maybe take all. Okay. So what I want to do is do that. instead of initialized particle, I want to burst. How do a, what I want to do is like a burst, spawn burst, instantaneous. So I want 1,000 all at once. And I want to add some gravity. Oh no, I'll add some velocity. Add velocity. Here. No. Incorrect. Um, what I want to do is add an impulse, force, curl noise, add some gravity. I want all of those pieces to I want all of those pieces to like fall apart. No. And I want the gravity to be negative positive, and not so much. And I don't want like a force from the center up. What's happening here? Let's see. Curl noise force. Let's see. Um, um, let's see. Initial. Add velocity. Um, do 500. I want it to be 5 seconds. And this needs to be 5 seconds. Oh, come on. And we need the particles to last longer than that. Um, let's see. Why are the particles dying so quickly? Oh, lifetime. Expand this. So maximum is going to be 5 seconds. Minimum is going to be, okay, let's leave it like that. And the color is going to change through time. So can we make this a color curve? Like float from linear curve. Oh, no, no, no. Wrong. Color from curve. So we want them to start yellowish green and then go through towards, I don't know. Let's see. Needs, all right, yeah. Get rid of this curl noise. Interesting. Twenty. All right, so cool, but too slow. That was weird. Okay, cool, but it needs to happen faster. So let's take our gravity and make it 200. Mm, okay. Let's get rid of the gravity for a sec. And let's make this 500. Gotta be a better way to do this. So we definitely don't want this mesh. So that's particle. Um, Particle. The dust particle. Piling shaders. Oh, that's cool. So what I want to do is it's really, really, really bright. And it hurts my face. Where do we have that hooked up? Oh, I see. Let's make this lower. Is it going to change? No, that didn't change much. 2000. What if this was okay? Also, what I want is I want only the top part to start floating up and have it float up in like a wave. But I gotta start working. It's late. But this so far, this is cool. I would like to see. You know what? Let me just have that. Whatever this is, let's have this happen. Whenever the ball disappears. Um, so here we destroy actor. We don't want to do that. We want to spawn a Niagara system at location. And we're going to spawn the recall ball, recall dissolve. Now, one thing we have to remember to do is connect it to this. So we want to add an emitter. We want our dissolve emitter. We're going to save it. Back to our meter ball. Location is going to be wherever this ball is. So let's get location. And that's it. Auto destroy. Is there a way to do like when it's done on complete on finish? Bind event to on system finish. Yeah. And what I want it to do is when it's done, destroy the actor. Okay. Oh, it didn't like that. I need to get own owner. No. This blueprint itself is not a scene component. How do I destroy myself? Um, destroy actor. I want to destroy the actor when it's done. Um, nope. I don't need to do any of this. After, I don't need to do this. Um, I can't do this either. Um, get the world location of the component. All right, so I can just after this is spawned, I don't need this anymore. So I can just destroy actor. Okay, let's see what happens. Neat. Neat, but I need to definitely tweak that. That particle effect sucks. But that's the flow. That's basically the flow. What I want to make sure I have to add in here is that this loop, max loop 1. Let's try that again. Okay. So the 3 that were supposed to be easy. Yeah, I'm gonna tweak that. But that's my flow. And okay, I'm happy with today so far. I mean, I'm done, so it's not so far. Um, awesome. So